Hey guys, Miss Charlie here with a small palette declutter. As I've been going through my makeup calendar, I've come upon some palettes that just don't work for me anymore, or it's just not my color story anymore, or things like that. So that's why I have my palette calendar, so that I use a different palette every day. If you want to see how I do that, I will link that video below. But it also helps me to go through things and see, do I still love them? Do I still want them? Is it something I'm still interested in? So this is a video of, I got some other things in here too that I'm decluttering for one reason or another, but mostly this is eyeshadow palettes. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with these. Okay, so first I'm gonna get these things out of the way and then I'll get to the palettes. So I'm decluttering this Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation that I got at the Dollar Tree because it is too red. And I had another one and the packaging fell apart. Plus, I didn't like the formula. So I'm like, why am I still keeping this? It's brand new. I might pass it on to my best friend to see if she can use it. She does do makeup on other people from time to time. So maybe this is something that she could use. But this one is not for me, and this is in the medium deep, so I'm going to pass this on. It is not opened, still in the packaging. The e.l.f. Brown Sugar Scrub. I talked about this in my project pan. I was going to use this for my project pan, but when I started using it, it is very sticky and goopy, which is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be crumbly and creamy, and it's not. And it smells off. So this is going away. Disappointed in that. That's like the third one that I've bought that's been off. But I've bought those for years. These I put in little containers. I'll probably just reuse these containers. These were the e.l.f. Jelly highlighters that I got from Dollar Tree. I passed on the full-size ones to my best friend, see if she could use them, and I kept a few for myself. But they have to be in an airtight container, and I didn't realize that. So these are all dried up. So I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna see if I can still use the container and maybe scrape that out of there and use it. And these are from the Dollar Tree, these little containers. They're great for traveling. These e.l.f. little eyeshadows, I've had these for a long time and I really enjoy them. But neutral colors are just not my story anymore, but these are very nice, wet or dry. That's just can't really see that. I didn't do a very good swatch, but these shimmers, if you wet them, they are very nice and intense, but it's not something I'm using. So this came up on my makeup calendar to use e.l.f. I know I mixed those together. That's all right. Can't even tell there. So with the dry, but I use them wet except for the matte. But these came up in my makeup calendar and I'm like, I'm not really using these anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it along with this color here, which was my favorite color for a long time. This is Toasted. This is when these were like $1 or $2 back in the day. And it's very pretty when it's wet. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. It's not very good when it's dry, but I'm gonna just spray a little face mist on there, and it gets a little bit. It's a lot better when it's wet. You can see that. And it was a nice everyday color. I can slap on with, one of these. And you can see I have a dent in it. But this is old and I don't use these anymore. So these are going bye-bye. And then this Winky Lux little cream shadow I used as a base. It's very nice, but I'm not reaching for it. I have other cream shadows that I like better, especially for bases. And I'm not using it. This one is in the color Radiant Pink, but not using that, so that's gonna go. This Stila Shimmer and Glow in Vivid Jade. This is dried up. It's a very pretty dark green, but it's dried up, so she's leaving. And then this is the, I forget whose this is. Whose is this? Buxom. I think this is Buxom. I think. Not sure. I have to look at the thing. But it is a lip, like a lip gloss, lip balm. And I've used it for many years, and it's time for her to go. She did her duty, so she's going. So all of these here are leaving my collection. On to the palettes. So I'm getting rid of these two ABH palettes. This is the Elisa Edwards. It's a colorful palette. Elisa Edwards is a drag queen, and I love color, but these do not do it. These are not very good quality to me. I've tried using it many times. It's no. I have colorful palettes that are way better than this, and I would expect more from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but this did nothing. So this is gonna go. I'll probably keep the brush, but this one's leaving, as well as the this one is an older one. I started collecting Anastasia palettes way back. This one is the World Traveler. This is when I was in my neutral phase. I would use this a lot, especially Pink Champagne and Fudge and Spoiled. I would, quick neutral look, but Pink Champagne is a favorite. And I did get rid of my Self-Made that had Pink Champagne in it, but I depotted Pink Champagne and put it in a smaller palette because this is a beautiful, beautiful metallic. So I might take this one out and put it with that one because I love that one very, very much. Noir is a great black if you don't have a good black shadow in your repertoire. This is a nice one, but I do have a black in my repertoire that I use quite a bit, and it's from Morphe. But this one is leaving. This palette from from Crown, this is the Glam Metals. I got this in a BoxyCharm a long time ago. It's a cool tone palette. I like cool tones. I like the mirror because it's shaped like a guitar with wings. But it's very nice. I've used this many times. Again, cool tone, natural, on the go. Good to use. It's not my aesthetic anymore. So, and I pulled it out. It was on my calendar, and I was like, not as good as a lot of my palettes that I have now in my collection. It was good then because I didn't have a lot, but this is going to be gone. And then the Tartelette palette. This is the Tartelette in Bloom. Pulled this out, and I'm like, this is no longer my aesthetic. It used to be, but it's not. Everything works great. If you like these type of colors, if you like everyday colors with a little bit of shimmer, this is perfect. At the time it was, it's not anymore. So this is leaving the collection as well. These palettes from BH, I love BH, but their formulas have changed from what they used to be. This is the Solar Flare. I have the Solar Flare, the Aurora one, the Supernova, and the Galaxy Chic. I have all of these. They're baked ones. These are just too neutral for me. They're a little same. There's a couple dual chromes in here, but I'm just not using these. So this one's gone. And then these were some of my first BH palettes that I ever bought. This one is the Smoky Eyes, and this one is the Foil Eyes. This is like the dupe for the Morphe 35B, which I'm never going to get rid of because it's awesome. And but this one was like a dupe for it at the time, and the colors are very nice. I mean, you have your neutral side, you have your pops of color, whatnot, but it's shimmer. It's all shimmer. And back then, yeah, I had to throw in some mattes, but it's all shimmer, and I don't mind doing that. But these colors, this formula is just not what I'm into anymore because I have more intense shimmer palettes now. So this one is leaving. And then the Smoky Eyes was good too because I could pull both of these in together, and they're both shimmer They're both shimmer. There's barely any mattes in here. I think this is a matte, this is a matte. I think this is a matte, but this is a matte. But most of these are shimmers or satins. But I use this many times. I love the grays in here because I love a good gray look, a gray and pink look. But this formula is no longer what I enjoy, so these are leaving. The Urban Decay Vice 3, I think this is 3 or 4, and it comes in this very cute little package. I kept it in there to keep it nice, and this is the outside. Beautiful when Urban Decay was the thing. And this is the Vice. It just says Vice. It doesn't say which one because I came out with a couple. But this neutral, lots of shimmers. There's some mattes in here, but this is just not me anymore. And again, I used it to death. You see how dirty she is. I've used her a lot. There's some dips in a lot of these, but gotta let her go. These two Revolutions, I love Soph. I watch her, she's adorable. And when she came out with these two palettes, I just wanted to support her. And the quality is fine, but I have better quality shadows in my collection. I mean, some of these are really, really pretty. Like this is a little dual chrome. Again, pops of color, neutral, whatnot. The black is okay. The white is okay. I have one particular white pigment that is absolutely mind-blowing. So these do not compare. I love a good red. It's okay. It's a little patchy. But this is the Soph X, and this is the is this the Extra Spice? No, this is just, yeah, this is the Super Spice. And then this one is the Soph X, the first one. This one's in like a cardboard and this one's in plastic. And this again is a nice neutral everyday palette. If this is what you wear, this would be perfect for you. You can travel with this. You can do a lot of things with this, but this is not my aesthetic anymore. So unfortunately, those are going. These two Morphe palettes are leaving. This one is the 3502. This is the one where the black was in it and it broke, and it's an awesome black. Too many of same. I love these bright colors here, but everything else is basically same. So getting rid of that. And then this is the Morphe 35F. Again, shimmer heavy. There's all mattes down here. A lot of the same. And again, not my aesthetic anymore, so she's leaving. And lastly, these three. This is the ColourPop Baby Got Peach. This I got because of, I got most of the monochromatic palettes when they started coming out. Love this glitter. I do have this in a single, so that's not going to be bad because I already have it. But these on my skin tone are not, they don't show up very well on my skin tone. I do have to pull in something deeper to make them pop. And I did do a video when this came out to see if this was good on darker skin. So I can link that down below, but she's leaving. I might pass this on to my best friend. She's lighter than me, so this might work for her. And then the Black Radiance Make It Black. This was a collab that they did last year. Oop, there's a hair, of course. Hair and deer. The quality is not that great. I've used it a couple times. It's okay if you want to have a, that one colorful palette in your collection. It was very inexpensive. I got it from Walmart, but it's just not the quality that I look for. So this one's leaving. And then lastly, the Breakfast in Bed palette from Beauty Bakery. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I've used it twice. Again, it's cool tones. Every day, this would be perfect for somebody who likes everyday or smoky looks. I like a smoky look, but I have shadows that are better than this to me. Again, I've used it a couple times, but it's just not my aesthetic, so I'm gonna have to let her go. All right, so these were palettes that I'm decluttering from my collection for either the quality is just not what I look for anymore, or the aesthetic. So getting through some. I still have quite a lot. I still have over 200 palettes in my collection, but I have been very picky with my buying in the last few years, so Don't buy everything that comes out like I used to. But having a makeup calendar gives me the opportunity to see if I still love something, if I still want to keep it in my collection. That's why I use a different palette every day, to keep me reminded, and also to give all my palettes the love that they deserve. And again, I'll link that video below. But if you do a palette declutter, let me know. Link me to it. I'll be glad to watch it. And if you have any of these in your collection, let me know your thoughts. So I do appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me. You are all very, very appreciated. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.